For as long as I've been hunting deer, I've always heard that Iowa is the best place to chase whitetails. Just like the next guy, I've always dreamed of laying my eyes on a true giant of a whitetail. It's something I can say I have not really done yet. The Wrights are farmers first, but they are also whitetail hunters. We share that in common, the drive to chase big whitetails. After Tom getting his turn to hunt Iowa last year, it was finally my turn. And after all these years of waiting, I would hopefully finally get my chance to lay my eyes on a big Iowa giant.
Right to the trash can. Yeah, he was the first one. This is the first time anybody's been down there. It was me and Krista today. It's got a short two here, though.
Yeah, you better let him go.
No, look at that 4. Pictures of his backside. This is how I study them, because I just sit there in the stand, and that's how you get to know your deer.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of guys don't do that. They don't sit at the table, look at their camera or their computer, and check and study their deer.
I think most whitetail hunters dream of hunting Iowa. I know as a little kid I've always wanted to hunt Iowa. It's always been that #1 state in my books, and I think for most people it's got to be in their top 3 if not #1. So I'm jacked up to be here. I finally drew my Iowa tag in 2020 out of all the years. It's 20-mile-per-hour winds, and you could probably hear it in the blind. So for anybody that knows me, I hate hunting blinds, but I don't really have a choice tonight, so I'm gonna sit it out, be super picky tonight, and hopefully tomorrow we'll get our wish and get in the stand, because we've seen some places this morning and it's everything it's cracked up to be, let's put it that way. It's always pretty surreal when you look down at your phone and it's November 1st. We look forward to this time all year long. I'm super blessed to be sitting in a tree in Iowa river bottom. This is picture perfect. Cody and Casey are awesome. They're letting me out this spot. This is a spot they call Knocked Up. I've heard great things. Jordan and Tom love this spot. So we got high winds similar to what they had last year, but we're gonna tough it out and sit in the tree stand today. This is a pretty cool spot. It's a big Iowa cornfield you can see for a long ways here. And Cody actually sat this stand last night, and they saw a really good buck at last light. So we went and checked the cameras today and this afternoon, and there was that buck along with two other bucks. One just an absolute giant. Two of these bucks are just slammers, well beyond what I thought I would ever get a chance at. So for some reason, Cody was nice enough to let me come in this stand tonight. I didn't have to beg. I didn't even ask. He just offered it up. So it's a pretty special place. We actually got a decoy out today with a wind scent below it. This cornfield's so big. That's the tough thing, is getting them to this exact spot is the hardest part. Baby, fight him. Wow, he totally backed down. Well, that's easily the biggest buck I've ever seen on the hoof. I mean, I think he says a mainframe 12 point. He's out in the field now. Last light, we almost had a chance. He came busting through the fence on our side. There are deer here, Jordan. There's one.
big buck?
About don't see nothing.
Yes, I
saw
did.
a bunch of
didn't I?
bucks chasing nothing really size.
I'm super
The
excited.
same 3 or 4
Smack
bucks
that.
just going.
Oh, shit.
And game over.
No tracking.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't I just say that none of my deer leave the frame of the camera?
Yeah.
And he didn't.
On the edge of my seat. Oh.
Some turkeys out there. I guess I got them on video and didn't know it. We're doing it the right way.
Oh, he had a little grouse too.
God, he's pretty.
Oh, he jumped it back.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That hair was so slow to clear,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
It just went. He jumped it. He jumped it
back.
back.
How far away was he?
27.
Can you see him or no?
No way I got him. No way I do that so dolly.
Have you ever dreamed of working in the outdoor industry and unsure of what that next step should be? Film The Hunt, the industry's leader in production education and the most trusted source for job placement.
We're in another new spot, and it's a pretty cool looking spot, very swampy to our north here, and we've seen a little bit of activity so far, nothing big, but bucks on does. We're still looking for that mature buck, but we're on the other side of the farm of the spot that we call Knocked Up, so we've seen a lot of activity over there, just no shooters, so we've got a couple days of the warm weather still we're trying to ride out, but if we're lucky, we'll get that opportunity we've been waiting for. That's a good buck. Right at the creek. You see him? That's Peter. He's gotta chase this doe. Doe's to the right. That's the best and worst of why you should call whitetails. I rattled it. I was mid-sequence and I spotted him. The problem was he was trying to get downwind of us, so I just loaded up the Winston hoping I could trick him. And he just stayed at 50 yards. Just never gave us a chance. Yeah, I see him. weather finally switched and the rain stopped. But now it's super windy, and it's funny because every time you get the temps to change, you get that cold front, you expect her to move right away. And it's just not the case for us today. We've seen little deer movement. We're grinding it out. This is going on, I don't even know how many sits, but more than I'd like to say. So we're still hopeful. Comes a doe. Oh, there's a buck chasing her. 2 bucks. Come right down the hill.
Meh. But we dealt with 70-degree temps all week. We got 1 day left. That pump, we stuck it out. Freezing cold. Give me some.
Looking back at all I've seen, waiting for moments that matter to me. It ain't the town, it ain't the sweat. It's looking back with hell regrets. If we give it our best and we just come up short, will we still see the woods for the trees? If we ain't got regrets looking back on it all, on it all. If my father would say that I'm proud of you, son, that's a man that I'm trying